Howdy Junction family, this is Chloe. I'm the co-lead of the stories team, and we wanted to introduce you to Sarah Hetrick. And Sarah Hetrick is one of our Bible study leaders. Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a graduate student in soil and crop sciences right now, and I also lead Bible studies in Junction.
Oh, nice. So what has God been doing in your life lately? What has he been showing you in your story?
So I actually moved to College Station about 2 years ago. I had just graduated from Cornell University in New York a few days prior, and I made the long trek down to Texas to start my master's in soil science at A&M. I was coming off of such a high from graduation and seeing my family from Pennsylvania, but I was quickly met by the reality that all the things that I was clinging to and putting my identity into, that's all gone. I had spent so much time the past several years just clinging to my identity in school and my friends, and I had just fallen short in my physical, my mental, and certainly my spiritual health. I grew up knowing Jesus, but I definitely tried to put him on the back burner the past few years, and I was not finding my identity and worth in him. I felt really broken and lonely, and I just remember calling my parents frequently and just crying and saying, "What am I doing here? Why did God lead me to Texas, so far from all the things that I loved?" Luckily, God had better plans, and he's been so faithful. He placed several people and circumstances in my life that have brought me closer to him. My friend Cynthia, who I went to Cornell with, had also moved to College Station to pursue a master's degree in the same department, which is super cool. And she invited me to Grace Bible Church, where I signed up and joined Junction. And I worked closely with my doctor to get my physical and mental health in check. And I started working out at the gym, and I learned how to celebrate the body that God has so graciously given me that is so capable of growing stronger. And now, 2 years later, I can confidently say that I am much more closer to God than I have ever been. And it's largely a result of my combined physical, mental, and spiritual health journey. I'm not gonna lie, COVID-19 has been a huge hurdle and challenge for me. The routines I had built and I started to rely on for stability were just completely shattered. I realized I had started to build idols from the gym, my involvement in church, and work, all of which are good things, but I at some point stopped using them to worship God and started using them to worship me. Sometimes I've just had to say, "You know what, God, I really don't understand this, and I'm angry that I can't go work out at the gym, and I can't hang out with the little Awana kids or go see my friends. But I know this has a greater purpose, so I'm going to try my best to trust you and your plans right now." Some days have been way easier than others, but I try to remind myself that God doesn't ask us not to feel our emotions. It's okay to feel angry or sad or to grieve time with loved ones, but what I found so crucial is to cling to the God who sent his one and only Son to pay the ultimate price on the cross so that I may know him and I may find my security in my identity in Christ. The verses that have come to mind through all of this are Colossians 3:1-4. And they say, "So if you have been raised with Christ, seek the things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on the things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory." And while I'm certainly happy to go back to the gym and work out and be social, hopefully one of these days, I'm also trying to ground myself in Christ so that I don't build those things up as idols anymore.
That's so amazing and cool. And just, I love how you kind of say it brought to mind a verse that just like do everything you do to the glory of God. And so, yeah, I think this has been a good time. I think that God is going to use to, kind of orient our hearts. Remember, kind of like strip away all the things that we use kind of to distract ourselves sometimes and be like, hey, this is supposed to be for me. So thank you so much for sharing, and we appreciate you, and thank you for being part of our family, and thanks for sharing your story. So we appreciate it. So everyone who is watching, look forward next week to another Testimony Tuesday. But thank you, Sarah. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.